If you've ever felt like you've done everything right and you still feel stuck in your body, today's episode is for you. I'm speaking to the woman who's scared to try again because trying feels heavy. Trying sucks. And trying is you seeing yourself possibly fail again in the future. And let's be honest, you could look back and see a whole lot of what you call failures. And your mind is always going to go back to what it believes is true. So when you're starting over, you're likely envisioning yourself failing all over again. What I want you to know is that it was never a failure, it was only a learning event. And likely you've just been very burned out from chasing results that never seem to stick. So, in this episode today, I'm going to talk about what finally happens when you let go of perfect and you lean into what your body actually needs and you finally get that result that you want. And if you're on the fence about joining Mindfully Well, which is currently open for enrollment until Friday, May 2nd, you just need to hear a different approach about your approach. All right, let's get started. Hey friends, Mindfully Well is currently open for enrollment, and I am going to talk to you about Mindfully Well in this short episode this week. I want to talk to the woman who is tired, not just physically, but emotionally, because I know you're physically tired. But one of the reasons you're physically tired is also because you're emotionally tired. You're tired of trying. You're tired of starting over. You're tired of hoping that this will work or that supplement will finally make you feel better. You're tired of searching for answers over and over again, only to end up with the same result. You've done it all. I know you've counted macros or calories. You've skipped wine. You've tracked every bite. Maybe you cut out carbs or you tried keto. And sometimes you even lose a few pounds. But what happens is that maybe you go on vacation or you have a week where everything seems to hit the fan and you gain it all back. You feel discouraged and you start the cycle over and over and over again. And now you're getting to the point where you're like, is it even worth it to try again? Because you're lacking any belief that there is truly an answer out there for you or a solution or that you can even do this. And if this is where you are, I want you to take a deep breath because what I'm about to say might surprise you. What if this time is different? What if this time really is the last time you start over? And what if you only need one more time to start over? I see this every day with women I work with, especially women after 35 and into their 40s and 50s. You're not a beginner on dieting. You lived through the 90s. You know how to eat clean. You know how to follow a meal plan. You've done the boot camps. You've done cardio. You've signed up for marathons, half marathons to see if that would be the motivation to get this to finally stick. And yet you're still stuck in this loop of burning yourself out, weight gain around your belly, low energy, poor sleep, unpredictable moods, and just a lot of self blame and self loathing and thinking, what's wrong with me? And honestly, when I see you feel this way, it is heartbreaking because you aren't lazy, you aren't doing anything wrong. It's that your body is stuck in survival and nobody has actually taught you how to get out of survival and how to do things differently in this phase of your life. I, just like you, scroll on Instagram. I, just like you, consume that information that's out there. And I can now separate myself from seeing what's truth and what isn't. And when I see that there is so much information being thrown at you that you just need to try harder, that your body isn't holding on to body fat, and that it is just calories in or calories out, or that we need to put all of the blame game on your hormones, or all of the blame game on your thyroid, or all of the blame on XYZ, and you just need this supplement. What I want you to know is that there's no one answer out there about anything. Everything out there is gray. It's in the middle. It's a little bit of everything that really gives you that entire picture. But also, it's a little bit of everything, but uniquely for you. Because maybe you do need a supplement to help detox your estrogen. Maybe you do need to be more consistent with your actions. Maybe you do need more sleep, but maybe you don't need more sleep because you're actually sleeping really well. What I want you to see is that Just because something is being fed to you on the algorithm does not mean it is meant for you. That's why I created Mindfully Well, because you don't need another diet. You don't need another guru telling you to take this supplement or telling you to suck it up, because you don't need another diet. You don't have a diet deficiency. What you actually have is a lack of nutrients and high quality nutrients inside of your body. That is never the wrong answer. You need a strategy that works with you instead of against you. Mindfully Well is truly about identifying and addressing your personal root cause that is keeping your body stuck. Maybe it is your hormones, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is blood sugar, maybe it's not. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's nervous system, maybe it's a little bit of all of it. The best thing about Mindfully Well is that it's custom to you. It's built for you, not for Susie over there, not for Patty over here. It's built for you. We use your real data. We use labs, we look at your hormones, we look at your gut health. I teach you strategic nutrition that will calm your nervous system and your stress and reduce your cravings. And I'll show you how to nourish and not punish your body so you can finally exhale and your body feels safe enough to lose weight. We're not chasing perfection. You never had to, and you never will have to. No more shame spirals about starting over, about having a bad weekend or going on vacation and having a hard time getting back on track. No more willpower your way through something that your body is resisting. Here's something you haven't been told. If your nervous system, aka your stress, is making your body feel unsafe, your body will not let go of weight no matter how clean you eat or how hard you work out. Inside Mindfully Well, we work on more than just your food and your fitness. We talk about the stories you've been carrying, the guilt, the fear, the pressure to get it all right. We give you tools to help you regulate your stress, shift from perfectionism and diet mindset, and stop the cycle of all or nothing. This is the part that no one talks about. And this is everything when it comes to your long-term change and never actually having to start it over again because you've established the lifestyle that makes sense for you. One of my favorite client stories is about a woman who's done all the programs. Actually, I just got off a call with her. And in the past, she did everything perfect. She actually underconsumed a lot of food. She ate pretty clean. She tracked everything. She did fasted cardio every morning, fasted workouts. She didn't lose any weight. She gained weight during this process. She was extremely tired. She had no, I'm going to use the word willpower, but she had no way to control her actions later on in the day because she was so exhausted. Her energy was gone. Her hormones were a mess. She ultimately just felt like a failure. Every morning she'd start over, and every evening she'd find herself in the pantry binging because she was so exhausted from trying to willpower her way through the day. And then in the evening, she felt like her body was completely out of control. But when she joined Mindfully Well and we let her pause, we built in pauses throughout her day. We started fueling herself right away in the morning. We started working on her stress. We started adding highly nutritious foods in. And when she stopped trying to control everything and white knuckle her way throughout the day and started listening to her body instead, that's when everything shifts. Her sleep is improved. She's no longer binging in the pantry in the evening. Her cravings are gone. She has steady energy throughout the day. And yes, she is losing weight and she's eating more food. But more than that, she's thriving and she feels at peace. This is the real transformation. It's not that the scale is necessarily moving, although that is great. It's that she feels peace and contentment by being in her own body. So if this episode is stirring something in you, and part of you is wondering, could this really work for me? And I want you to know that that whisper, that curiosity, it's your body asking for a different way. If you have a desire to feel different in your body, that desire is not there by mistake. It's planted there because you are meant for more. Not necessarily for your body to look a different way, but for you to feel a different way in your body so you can go out in this world and do those amazing things that you know that you're here to do. If you're hiding inside of your body, if you're afraid to take action because you're afraid of failure, I'm inviting you to schedule a call with me. Schedule a clarity call. This isn't a sales call. This isn't pressure. This isn't trying to talk you into joining the program. This is to find clarity on what you really want. And from there, you can decide, is this for you or is it not? Mindfully Well is not a quick fix. It's a deep, supportive container for women who are ready to do this differently. This isn't a week in, week out, check in, tell me how much you weigh type of program. This is a deep, supportive transformation program. So I'm calling you to book a clarity call with me, a conversation. And if you feel the pull, you can also head straight to the sales page and you can join us today. Go to mindfullywell.com/mindfully-well, and you will be in the right place to schedule a clarity call, or you can join today. Whichever path you choose, know that you're not broken. You're just burned out and you just haven't figured it out yet. And the thing is that you don't have to figure it out alone. I'm going to link everything in the show notes for you today, so you can click on this episode and you can schedule it from there. You can also head to Instagram and you can schedule a clarity call from there as well. And if this episode resonated, will you send it to a friend who might need to hear it today too? Because you deserve well, mindfully, intentionally, and sustainably. All right, my friends, I will talk to you next week.